press record because I want to get this party started. It's so exciting. We have Melissa here. But real quick, while we still have coaches popping on, I want to ask you ladies. So please unmute yourself, please. I don't care what you look like. Put your video on. But I want to hear from you, first of all, if one of you will jump in and say an experience that one of you or your coaches have had so far with 2B mindset. Ready? I just need one of you.
I'll do it. I'll go.
Go.
So I have a coach that has PCOS and Hashimoto's, and she hasn't been able to lose weight. She's actually gained 30 pounds in the last 3 months. 3 years, and she's done every program, the autoimmune protocol diet, the elimination diet, everything. She's down 5 pounds since starting last Thursday. And she is so freaking excited. I can't quiet her down. And she's been an inactive coach for a long time because just like that mindset of nothing working, and she's being a fraud because she's not losing weight or making progress. So now she's like blowing up social media. She's so confident. And I mean, it's amazing what 5 pounds can do for someone. So it's freaking awesome.
Oh, I love that. Yay. Thank you. I also want to hear one win that either you or one of your coaches has had within their challenge group this past week. So one win. Who wants to go?
Ooh. I can go.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
God, I feel like this whole week has been a win. I'm just seeing people who had that mentality of this nothing will ever work and I'll always stay the same, who are getting 6-pound weight losses since last week, and they haven't even received their kit yet. They're just going to those. And as far as for my coaches, I'm seeing volume that they've never seen. So they're getting paychecks they've never earned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. I just wanted to create a little icebreaker before we got started. So let's officially do this. So obviously, we've been promoting this for about the last week about Melissa being on the call. So this is so exciting. So I will do a quick little intro, and then we're just going to allow her to have the time. So as you know, she's number 6 coach in the network, 6-time top 10 coach. She has been an elite coach 8 times. She is a superstar diamond 2. That means 15-star diamond twice. Okay. Also, she is the creator and the founder of Team MADE, Team Made. So with that being said, Melissa, do you mind just kind of piping in and telling us a little bit about yourself, and then we can just jump right into it?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for being on. It's such a nice way I was telling Brittany knows that my internet is out at my house. You never realize how important it is in your life until it completely goes away. So I'm sitting at a Starbucks and everybody's looking at me kind of weird right now, but that's okay. I've been a coach. It'll be 10 years in June. 10 years in June. So no matter how long you guys have been coaches, I'm here to tell you it just flies by. Life happens anyway. And I'm so grateful that I've kind of gone full bore since I started this thing, because I look back and I'm like, it passed anyway. So I could have looked back the last 10 years and said, I really didn't work this as hard as I should have, or I've really been going hard and strong, loving every minute of it, to be where I am today. It started off with me being a master trainer for Shalene Johnson. A lot of you guys know that. And she came to us after doing all the research she could with Beachbody. And so this is a really legit company. And she says, you guys as fitness professionals are probably always going to have that glass ceiling. And working with Beachbody allows you to help people exponentially, because here you are, most of us just stuck in a gym, and our demographic hindered us, because most people wouldn't go farther than 20 miles to see you, whether you were a personal trainer or if you were a group exercise instructor. You only had that certain demographic, which really made it hard to duplicate yourself or to help more people. And she said, by going on social media, you're going to have the opportunity to help a lot more people. And she was right. And for me, I started coaching not for the income and not to become super fit. I was already pretty fit. For me, it was a community. And I always tell people, don't ever write somebody off because maybe they're already in great shape, or because you think they've already got a great lifestyle. I really thought I did. I thought I had the American dream. Little did I realize it was my husband was giving up his life for my American dream. But I loved the community of becoming a Beachbody coach. You guys know we're the coolest people on the planet. I'm collaborating with so many cross-line coaches right now, giving their all to help my team, as I'm giving my all to help their team. And so it's just, the community is everything. And there's a lot of women out there, and men, but a lot of women out there that just don't have that. They don't have friends that lift them up. They don't have a community of people that push them to level up and to be better versions of themselves. And so just don't ever write anybody off. I'm really thankful that Michelle Park didn't look at me and go, oh, her husband makes a good living and she's already fit. She would be interested in this because it's been life-changing for me. And being able to build a big team, we've been able to change other people's lives as well. So I'm very, very grateful for this. I still don't want to slow down. I think my husband would like for me to a little bit, but I still absolutely love what I do. And especially with all the changes, I mean, just hearing about that 2B mindset is just totally rekindles that fire in the belly to keep doing what you're doing because of all the tools that Beachbody keeps giving us to get better and better. And one thing I have to tell you is I'm constantly evolving myself. One of the things that I was thinking about before getting on this call with you guys is, Beachbody wants you to be successful. Of course they do. So they're always going to give you the tools to be your most successful as a coach. And I tried early back in the day to be different and to reinvent the wheel. You guys, I used to make flyers and walk around parking lots, and I put the flyers. I was the annoying person who would put the flyers on your windshield. I was the annoying person that had business cards made, and I would sit in Walmart and I would grab every single fitness magazine and put my business card in every single fitness magazine. I would go to the equipment station and I would walk down, and if there was a box and I could slide my business card in the box. Did I make a single sale doing that? No. But I really had to go through that cycle of life to understand that this business is very simple, and Beachbody gives you every tool that you need to be successful at it. And pushing for elite for now the 9th time, I realized that every time I've pushed for elite, it's what's helped my business grow in different aspects. When I was first a coach and first a top 10 coach, for those of you that are veterans as well, you know that it was only your own successful points. So girl was selling. She was selling a lot of product, a lot of challenge packs, because I wanted to be a top coach. And so I got good at staying in phase 1. I got good at running good challenge groups. I got good at, the experience of being a customer. Then we switched it, a little bit to where you needed to help your newer coaches be successful. So I went from being so personally invested in my business to helping my newer coaches. So for several years, it was about my new coaches and helping my new coaches hit Success Club and starting on the right foot and having good Emerald trainings. And so I got good at that. Now, Beachbody, as they evolve and I evolve, is now really pushing leadership. So I'm still in phase 1. I am still helping people do the customer experience because I learned that many years ago. Beachbody told me it was important to help new coaches get started right. So I always run Emerald trainings, and I always, get coaches going right off the get-go. I always understand their goal first, but if they tell me they want to build a business, then I'm in their face in the very beginning. And then now with leadership, I'm trying really hard to run Emerald to Diamond trainings. And I'm working really hard to work with my coaches that are Diamond to 5-star and helping them rank advance so that they become a solid 5-star by the end of the year. And so all of the things that Elite has taught me have been invaluable and have gotten me to where I am today. And who knows what they'll do next year if they'll change. And there's another aspect of my business that I've kind of not focused on that I need to, but I 100% trust, that Beachbody will learn and grow and show me the way to hone in on my business to make sure that I touch everybody's life that I can, whether it be a customer, a new coach, an established coach, or a top leader.
Ooh, I love this so much. Okay, so my question for you is, because obviously, now with Summit being in June, we're pushing towards hairy, scary goals. And to kind of sum this up, that's in like 6 weeks, maybe 5-6 weeks, okay? So what would your recommendation be? Because obviously they're going to come out of Summit excited and pushing towards a bigger goal by the end of the year. But what would you say would be the best advice as of right now to push now until Summit?
To hit that big, big, audacious, hairy, scary goal. At the end of last year, for you guys, I think the last top 10 our elite report that came out, I want to say I was number 16, I think. And I went to leadership with one of my best friends, and I told her, I said, I don't think I'm going to push for it this year. And she just looked at me and she goes, doesn't sound like the Melissa McAllister I know. I'm like, damn it. So I sat down and I thought to myself, this is what needs to get done to be a top 10 coach again. It was a real serious push. And what had to happen for me, which was a big, scary goal, was to develop leaders. And so I reached out to those leaders and I said, I need to know, I need to make this really, really strong push. And if this just isn't a good phase in your life to do it with me, I totally understand. But if it's something that you want to push for, can we do it together? And every single one of them said yes. And they all pushed really hard. And I think that's one thing, it would work for me. Is if anybody came to me, whether it's Crossline, whether it's somebody that's a newer coach in my organization or my leader, and they came to me and said, let's do something together. That, to me, that's everything. And so I would really recommend that whatever your goal is, whether it's income or it's team leader, or you're pushing to be 5-star, 10-star by the state, that you make your list of people that you need and say, I need you. And I promise to match your efforts, if not exceed them. But I need you to show up every single day, because I'm going to show up every single day with you as well. And reverse engineer your goals and check in very, very often. And Lindsay Matway and I have this inside joke called the Silver Spoon Society. And I can't remember, it was one of the top 10 trips, but it was because we both realized that we kind of spoon feed our coaches a little bit. And that's not a bad thing, because once you, at the beginning, it feels a little daunting, like, gosh, man, I'm handing them everything, I'm doing everything for them. But once you do that and you set that rhythm, they really start to take off themselves and do it for their coaches until their coaches get it. And so there's this wonderful ripple effect. So I know you hear probably a lot, and it's so true. Please understand, it's so true that your coaches that come on have everything that they need to be successful. There's nothing that you have to do. They have to want it for themselves. But there's just something being said for having that upline coach that kind of has it figured out and has been able to do it for themselves and really just says, here's exactly how I did it. And you can vary it a little bit, or you can, change the order of it or change the verbiage or whatever. But this is how I did it. And it worked for me. And it really just seems to spark that creativity and that motion, because what I hear the most is people are frozen because they feel so lost. Because there are people that do this business wrong, and I'm not talking about Beachbody, I'm just talking about the direct sales, people that do this wrong, and so it's scary for people to put themselves out there, and people are obviously afraid of failure. People are very afraid to hear the word no. But if they know that you've gone through all of those trials and tribulations as well, but it worked in the end, and here's the very simple step-by-step. Their action is 10-fold as me just saying, you just got to kind of do it. So I've really learned in the last couple of years to lay it out for them step by step. And it becomes very duplicatable that way. And it seems to be working.
I think it's absolutely working. So I hope you all wrote that down. But even what Julianne said, to get your coaches in your corner, to allow them to know what you're working towards and why, and to be part of it. They come on and they are so excited because this is something new. But if they know that they're working towards a big team goal, they're going to push harder. We're going to work harder for someone else, and we are ever going to work for ourselves, which is so sad. But I love that you said that. So now I want to open it up. Is there anything else that you want to go off on that, or do you want to allow them to start asking you questions?
Really fast. One of the few, I don't mean to degrade myself, but one of the few things I'm really good at is recognition. And so just understand in that process of people helping you with that big goal, like, helping Danielle hit that 2-time 15-star, she was so good about always showing her team's name and talking about her team and stuff. And I think that's what really helps push them. Because even just when a coach becomes Emerald, for them to see you put up some sort of graphic about them becoming an Emerald coach, and that's the first great step in leadership. Nobody knows what leadership that follows that person, but for those people to see that this person has done something in their business that's positive, and they're being recognized for it, is so attractive to those people who are probably on the fence about even asking this person about what they do. So recognition is huge. So whatever you're asking your team to do for you, make sure that you just overabundantly recognize those people that decided to lock arms with you.
So good. Thank you. Okay, let's open this up for questions. Who wants to be, I don't want to say my first victim, but who wants to get out of their comfort shell and ask this amazing coach some questions? So yes, please.
Would you, first of all, I love you and I love Lauren Fitzgerald.
Oh, thank you.
You're friends and I just think she's wonderful. But I was wondering, what is like an example of spoon feeding? Trina Gray is really good at this as well. So is this through a DSR? Is it like, here's a post I make and this is exactly how I reach out? This is like, what is an example of spoon feeding?
That is a really great question. And for instance, right now, Lindsay and I are working together, and our goal, our goal is to help develop leaders. So we're trying to help our diamonds and our 1 and our 2 star really get up into that 5-star range, because that's when you really feel like you've got almost, full-time business if done right. So we've gone all the way back to, her and I did a coaching opportunity presentation. We told everybody, let us do the hard work, let us do the heavy hitting. I always say, we're going to allow you to borrow our confidence, because newer coaches don't have the confidence to talk about the business. So we're letting them borrow our confidence, because obviously we're very confident about talking about it. So we started off with an opportunity presentation. Right after the opportunity presentation, we did a week-long new coach training. After the week-long new coach training, we did a week-long Emerald training, which is what we're doing right now. In that week-long Emerald training, if they get to Diamond, we're starting a 4-week Diamond training immediately after that for our whole downlines. So even the very brand new coach that watched that opportunity presentation had the opportunity to go into a new coach training by 2 of the top coaches, and then to go into an Emerald training, and then to go into a Diamond. So it's all laid out for them. And we're trying to do it in a way that's duplicatable. So when this is over, our coaches can use this training, or we separately can continue to use it. So that's what I mean by baby stepping for them.
Love it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Who wants to go next? I see a hand. Krista, I'll unmute you since you're driving. Okay, go ahead.
I'm actually parked, or I'm at a stoplight, so it's good. So I love how I've heard you speak before at like Summit or wherever it has been about how you don't bring in the masses. You take a select few and you really work with them. So I'm curious to hear how do you go about seeking out those people? Like how have you found in that niche market? And obviously I imagine like the spoon feeding is how you really work with them, and that's why you have the success that you do with a small amount of people. But I just wonder, like, how do you find those people specifically, hone in on that? Like what's that process?
Another good question. Smart ladies. For me, number one, by being very honest and open about my brand. Most of you probably know that, I intermittently fast. I've done it for 20 years. I'm not going to stop doing that because I became a Beachbody coach. I believe in eating a whole lot of fat. I should have an avocado in my hand right now. And so I really push that, and that's my brand. And so because I'm so open about that, I think that also attracts the people that I know will just kind of fit in my mold, which is not the best word to say right now, but you attract your tribe, and you want to work with people. I always think, if you were on a desert island, I love vegans. Please understand, if you're vegan, I love you. My daughter was vegan for many, many years, but I don't know that I would want to be on a desert island with a vegan, because I'm not. And not that I have plenty of vegans on my team, but it's a give or take. But for the most part, the people that come onto my team understand my lifestyle, and that helps a lot. Not only that, but what I've really noticed lately, I know Instagram is a huge business generator right now. But one thing that I've noticed, the downfall of Instagram, and I have a good sized Instagram account, and I get business from Instagram, is Instagram to me is bringing people into the business that don't really understand as well what I'm doing as a coach and my lifestyle, where the people that I bring in from Facebook understand me and my lifestyle a little bit more. They already know who I am. They already know what I do more because Facebook allows that. Facebook wants you to highlight your life, where Instagram is very, very specific. And if you talk about more than 5 topics, you're going to lose your audience. And so the more specific you are, and for me, Instagram is more about fitness, that I'm bringing in people who love fitness, but it's harder to find quality coaches than it is for me to find quality coaches on Facebook still to this day. So I still bring in, I'm probably 50-50 Instagram and Facebook, but I have to tell you from my experience so far in the last probably year, my Facebook coaches are better than my Instagram coaches. And I'm trying to figure out why. It could be the way that I'm posting, but I'm still having better luck with longevity of coaching from somebody from Facebook. And I still prefer, I don't bring on every single person, and I still prefer, I'm okay with them being a customer first because my best coaches are customers first. And so I'm always still running a good quality challenge group every single month for the last 9 years. I've run one every single month, and my best coaches come from those. And usually my best ad or my best post is on Facebook. So I think that's where the correlation is I get better quality coaches through Facebook because my ads or my posts are better on Facebook than they are on Instagram, and they just stick.
Can I have you just stem off of that a little bit? Because you said like your best coaches come from challenge groups, and I've heard that, like, you know, that's not an uncommon thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But because you come from, you know, the fitness world, I'm a former personal trainer, and I attract a lot of those people who are already fit and already doing their own thing and that kind of thing. And I talk about using it as a tool, but at the same time, there's still such that, I don't know, like you said, you're doing your own thing, but then you are having the people who are the best coaches do the challenge groups. So how do you correlate the two when they're doing their own thing, yet at the same time, really getting them on board with the Beachbody tools and the systems? You know what I mean?
You're talking about a fitness professional?
Yeah, or even just someone who loves fit, like say like someone loves intermittent fasting and they don't do the 2B mindset, they don't do the whatever. So, but you said that the best coaches come from the challenge groups. So,
right. Number one, as far as fitness professionals go, I've really learned to toughen my skin and just tell them to let their egos go. Because if you're really truly in this business to help people, you're going to help a lot more people through Beachbody coaching than you ever would in your gym or just on your own little website. So I always want to let the ego go and to give it a good try. I lost my second thought.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. That was totally the challenge group. Is it Monday? No, it's Tuesday. I can't remember what I was going to say. I've gone blank, Crystal. I'm sorry. I don't remember what you asked me.
It was just about how, like, if you have people who are so within their niche, like you do intermittent fasting, and you get people like that, then how would you do, like, then you have the best coaches coming out of the challenge groups. So how does that correlate together?
Thank you. You know, this might be a side note, probably why I went blank for a minute. I always attribute to what I do to what Michael Jordan did with Nike. I know that sounds, but Michael Jordan made millions and was very influential in the basketball world. I didn't make millions, but I was pretty influential in the fitness world. And Beachbody, or Michael Jordan decided, you know, he wanted to go from millions to billions. Who doesn't? And he decided to partner with a brand name company that's known around the world. Beachbody is the same way. I wanted to partner with a company that, you know, had the same tools that I was looking for to help people. Where Michael Jordan wanted good basketball shoes to help people be better basketball players. I wanted all the tools to help people. And I am still me, and I will always be me. And knock on wood, it'll never go away. But heaven forbid something happens to Beachbody, I still have my brand, and I'm still who I am. So I'm very confident in that. When I run my challenge groups, I'm still me. I should still share my passion and my beliefs. And I'm never going to advertise, and my coaches and my customers know this, I'm never going to advertise Body Beast because it's just not for me. I won't go through the program. Tried it. It's just not for me. Country Heat wasn't for me. Honestly, Recharge and Recover are not for me. So I'm very adamant about telling people just because something isn't for you doesn't mean it's not for somebody else. I mean, even if you look at Shakeology, I bring on a lot of healthy people. And so they start taking Shakeology, and they're at the end of the 30 days, they're like, and I'm like, it's because you're already healthy. So your change is mild, but I need you to think about the person out there, the busy mom who wakes up and has, goes through Starbucks for, an energy jolt. And then for lunch, probably has what the office brings in, which could be, sandwiches. And then for dinner, gets really tired because of the kids and gets pizza for dinner. There's so much problems going on their insides. And can you imagine, just by you helping them get just that shake in their body every single day, and just that one simple change of dense nutrition, how powerful that would be. So you can't think of yourself. You've got to think of the people that you can help, and the huge, massive amounts of people that are obese or overweight right now that need something simple like that to start their healthy transformation. Instead of saying, here, you got to eat this, you got to put everything in a container, you've got to do this program 6 days a week, and you got to drink a shake. Even if you just start with the shake, that's going to be a profound difference in their life.
Melissa, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So I've always been like uber transparent, whether it was through my divorce or, being diagnosed with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism. Like, I've always been super transparent. And I get these coaches that are so much like my tribe. Like, they lip sync, they dance in their workout videos, and they just shine. And they're the ones that make Success Club. They're the ones that get Emerald fast, But then I get other coaches who are kind of more low key, less stand outish, like more introverts. But then they compare themselves to the ones that are showing up and shining and getting Emerald and getting Success Club. And they're like, well, because I'm not an extrovert, maybe I'm not meant to coach. Do you have any suggestion on how to, like, maybe personal development that they can read, or something that I can do to be a better leader for them, to make sure that they know that they can still be a successful coach and be exactly who they are? They don't have to be lip singing and doing all that jazz.
Absolutely. When you bring on, like Julianne said, when you bring on somebody, like I brought on Lauren Fitzgerald, who's a medical doctor, and she has a ridiculously huge YouTube account. She came on so strong and became 5-star within a few months. And I had so many coaches that were just like, I can't do that. And I'm like, of course you can't. What you don't see, which is no different than the Pink concert I went to last week, which was amazing. You watch that show and you're like, oh my gosh. Oh, you guys.
I go tomorrow.
It's ridiculous.
Sorry, Kate, carry on.
It's ridiculous. All of the work that goes ahead of time. And so your extroverted coaches, even though they haven't probably been in Beachbody that long, they've been more comfortable talking to people and attracting people. It's just, that's the advantage of being an extrovert. You have that magnetic personality that us introverts are drawn to. And so it's just going to be personal development and really just saying it's okay to take baby steps to get out of your comfort zone, giving them little tiny scary goals. Huge introvert. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have no idea. I posted a picture about my feet. I don't know, 4 weeks ago. I had to write it, give it to my daughter, and it's gonna make me cry, and turn off my social media and just go hide, because I didn't want to hear what people had to say. It was so hard for me to do. And the funny thing is it wasn't a big deal. I'm the only one who thinks my feet are a big deal. My physique gets more likes than the story of my feet. But that was a huge wake up call for me. And so they have to just, with the guidance of you, Vicki, with the love, and, put your arms around them and say, I'm virtually embracing you. You've got to put something scary out there, because what you're going to realize is, as scary it is to you, it's really not a big deal to other people. And that was so freeing to me to go, oh, I could do this again. I didn't have anybody make fun of me. I didn't have anybody unfollow me. People embraced me and they moved on. And so it's just, you got to pour extra love into them and say, just do it once. Maybe you can put together a team of introverts and make them hold each other accountable to write the big, scary post that they're afraid to do for whatever reason that it is. And just tell them we're all gonna push send at the same time on Monday night at 8 p.m. and make it a team thing. And I think once they do it once, they'll be like, okay, I can do this.
Melissa, I have a question for you. It's Whit.
Okay.
Lindsay Matway in your training for getting that 4-week, right, from emerald to diamond. And then that next level, like once they're at diamond, how do we get them to 2? Or from when they're 2, how do we get them to 5? Like any kind of suggestions? That was kind of a compound question. I would say let's really focus on like the diamond to maybe 2 or the diamond to 5. What kind of content is in that's real that you and Lindsay found to be so helpful for those people who want to run?
That are trying to go into a new Star Diamond rank.
Yes.
There's really, what we found, and also working with Danielle, there's really nothing that you can do as far as training goes. Number one, we create cross-line success partners. So my coaches have been raised by this mama who does things completely different than Lindsay does, or completely different than Danielle does. So we take coaches from cross lines and we have them work together for 2 weeks, which has been very helpful. And then, like I said before, we're doing all the work even for our Star Diamonds, because if they have diamond coaches that are bringing people to our opportunity presentation, and then those people get to go through that whole rank, it's going to give them a diamond, which makes them Star Diamond. That makes sense. So that's really how the process goes. We're not really doing a whole lot for them besides personal development on a more leadership level, success partnering, doing roundtables where we just talk and discuss things like to be mindset. But it's the fact that we're going all the way down to introducing the business, all the way up to helping them become a diamond coach is how we're helping them.
Amazing. Thank you.
And I don't know if you guys, really fast, if you want to screenshot it, I can show you. We're not, Lindsay and I are very similar. We kind of get things done the day before we're supposed to do it. But I have the breakdown of the new coach training, the 7 days, and then the emerald training. If you want me to screen share, and you can just screenshot it real fast. I think it's up. Let's see. I apologize. Please don't freak out about my screen. I'm so unorganized. Okay. Being kind of slow, sorry. There it is. Oh, no. I got a slight delay.
You're great. No worries.
Okay, thank you guys. I don't want you paused. There we go. Okay. Yay! And my summit presentation is with Danielle, and we're talking about, for me, opportunity presentations still work great for me. I still do them once a week. I do 3 by myself for me, myself, and I, and then I do 1 once a month for my team. So, that's the opportunity. For the new coach training, we're asking them to read Girl Wash Your Face, Light Edge, or Compound Effect, because obviously people have maybe read one of those books already. And then I put the link for Shakeology, because as a new coach, they really need to understand the value of Shakeology, obviously, right? So, and then as you can see, we just alternate days. We go in there live, and then we also create a document of what we said. That way it's duplicatable. So even though you've got the live for them to listen to, you've got a document. So if I go to do it 2 weeks from now, I've got the document that Lindsay created on what she said, and I can just duplicate it. So that's the new coach, the emerald training. So after I talk to you guys today, I have to go in and talk about handling objections. It's always fun. But this one is go for no, relentless, get over your damn self. And then there's great training on Beachbody On Demand, which is one of the many things that, is one of our flagship products. And so I think it's important for them to really understand everything that's in Beachbody On Demand. And then there's the 7 days that they have. And Lindsay is stinking amazing with mindset. I'm not. I just want to look at people and say, just do it. But I'm good at the business side of it, and so we really complement each other very well. And then this is all I have for the diamond. I'll show you. It only goes up to day 17. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love it. Get it? I guess this is recorded, huh? You can And there.
You rock. Thank you so much for showing us that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have time for a couple more questions. So who wants to ask next? Please unmute yourself to start speaking.
Hey, Melissa.
Speak.
Yes. Am I the only one talking? I thought I heard someone squeaking. I just had a
That was
quick.
me.
Oh. How do you promote your coaching webinars on Facebook or Instagram?
Oh, good question. Insta stories for sure. I usually actually don't put it on my Instagram. I just talk about it in my stories for several days, very nonchalantly, just saying that, if you wonder, how I have built a business by going over into my cabana and working out with my husband every morning, I'd like to share with you on Thursday night. And then I usually do Facebook posts on both my like page and my personal page. And I normally don't have the need to place an ad for anything when it comes to those things, because I'm just very relaxed about it. Just say, please just be a fly on the wall. And sometimes I'll even say in my stories, I'll say, I won't contact you. Watch it, and then I will leave it to you to contact me if you're interested, so that they don't feel like they're going to get spammed constantly, or that I'm going to be, pushing down their throat. What you think? Tell me what you liked. What was the best part? Are you ready to go? I have a sale. I've only got 2 spots left. I don't ever put that kind of pressure on people. I just make it, because I believe the opportunity presentation is very good. I just share my story really fast. I talk about the company itself. And then I talk about some of the common objections that most people have, that I even had myself in the beginning, and then the ways that you actually earn as a coach. The very simple ways you earn. I'm not talking about being a 2-time 15-star diamond. You don't even go there, because that's too far-fetched. It's as simple as saying, your first month, if you help 3 people, you're going to make, about $122. And then the second month, if you help 3 more people, you're going to make about $230. And then guess what? By your 3rd month, you're about $404. And even something that simple they're like, oh, okay, just by helping 3 people, and every month they notice that it goes up a little bit because of residual income. I make it very doable and very simple. And I think it's Casey, right, that talks about it being part-time. You just show that it's not something that I'm asking you to dive into and helping 15 people a month. This is what happens when you help 3 people.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have a question for Miss Melissa?
Getting suntan over here.
I know, I'm a little jealous.
It's warm. Drinking hot coffee.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Okay.
What is your absolute favorite leadership personal development?
Okay. This is where I have to be real with you guys. You probably even saw the Diamond. I had Entre Leadership and all those great books. My personal development has, and I'm reading Girl Wash Your Face, which I love, because I'm requiring my group to do that. And I'll always do what I require my group to do. But if there's no assignment for my team to do it, or my group, I am jumping on a nutrition book. I always tell people, personal development is something that you totally dig. And John Maxwell is a sweet guy. I really like him. And Gary Vaynerchuk is really funny, but I have a really hard time reading through those kind of books. I'll listen to the audio like Relentless. I listened to it in the audio, and it made me drive really aggressively. But it was a good book, a good audio. But for me, I allow myself at 20 minutes a day, and I am so fascinated how food in the body works, that I'm always diving into some kind of book. So my personal development is more that. And I always tell my team, what you love about the business, which could be that you can give people their time back, that you can help them organize their life, that you can help them get their healthiest, that you can help them earn more money. That should be your personal development, where your passion is. I would never tell a coach of mine to read a book that I found fascinating that they would absolutely dread reading. So I'm not real specific in telling them what they need to read. I just tell them that's something that you just can't put it down as long as it's not nonfiction. But it really makes you useful to the world, you know, and whatever you read that day, you could actually make a post about it that makes somebody else go, oh, that was useful information. I'm going to share that with my girlfriend. And for me, that's always been nutrition. And that's how you grow your social media. That's how you grow yourself. That's how you have ridiculously good challenge groups. And in my team page, we always post like those videos that they make. Those really inspiring or leadership. You know, I'll put Brennan Burchard on the team page. So I do get leadership development that way, but I'm not one to sit down and read a leadership book. Sorry, Vicki.
I love the honesty though. Love that. Kay, so before parting words here, I mean, obviously you're going to see these amazing 5 to 8 star diamonds at Summit, but is there anything else that you would say, Melissa, just to really rally them up, to get them excited, to really, you know, run after this new launch of 2B Mindset? Anything else?
Oh, yes. Let me talk to you about 2B Mindset really fast. I have to be honest, when it came out, because I had a friend that was in the test group and she completely misinformed me, and that was my bad for listening to her because she went in bias. And the things she was telling me, I was like, oh my God, that's so not what I believe in. And I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And so I waited till it came out and I bought it and I went through it and I was hella impressed. Hella impressed. That is such a good program. Such a good program. I'm blown away by it. And I really like what she stresses. Of course, I love the fact that she says vegetables most. That's what I believe in as well. But it's a really, really good program, and I think you can't go wrong. It's kind of like, for me, I've always been a huge fan of the Ultimate Reset. You're giving people the opportunity before they make that change to just eat healthier and to just exercise, which for some people that's 10 steps, right? You're giving them the baby steps to get their eating right, to get their mindset right. And so it's absolutely huge, and I think it's going to be a huge game changer for you. And also to hang in there, being where you are in this business, I know you've probably have felt a little bit of growing pains with Beachbody. And every time that one of my leaders come to me and they seem a little concerned because maybe their volume has stayed the same or their pay has stayed the same, I always say, first and foremost, without hesitation, I can tell you that I trust Carl. I know the man. I sat next to him, and he's the times that he's told me that he can't sleep at night because it's so important to him that the people that trusted in him to retire their spouse or to have this be their sole income keeps him up at night, and he will do everything he can to make sure that it is always there for us. And I totally believe that with the beach bars coming out, knowing that there's a couple surprises at Summit. Oh, guess what? I'm in the Lift 4 test group. I don't know if any of you guys are. Hello. Yes, Brittany, of course. Yay! Isn't it good? Oh my God, it's so good. I was dying this morning. That program, it's a complete opposite of 80-day obsession. So, I mean, you have your tools and your catalog to help people is ridiculous. And so you are in the best company at the best time, and absolutely run with it. You're going to make huge changes in people's lives. And that starts with, of course, you being the product of the product, but also giving the baby steps and doing everything for them in the beginning. And I don't mean everything. You don't write the posts for them, but you give them the tools to be brave, to share the opportunity with other people.
Oh, Kay, I hope you have pages and pages of notes like I do. Melissa, you're amazing. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time and being warm in Texas. It looks so beautiful. But thank you again. I truly appreciate you and how hard you work and what you're creating. And so we can't thank you enough. Just appreciate your time.
You're welcome, you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day, ladies. We'll see you all soon, okay? Bye.